Hi Libra, what's up? Welcome to your May reading. I hope you guys are having the best day. We're going to be seeing what messages want to come through for you guys, get some insight, guidance, see what you can expect for the second half of May 2025. If this reading is helpful or insightful, please let me know by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. Private readings are available down below. Let's get right into your messages. Please show me clearly what's going on for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements for the second half of May 2025. What do you all need to know? What do you need to look out for or be aware of? We have the Mystic coming out. Ooh. We have the Mirror. We also have the Maiden and the Judge. Interesting, as Aries also had the Maiden come out in their reading. Shout out to anybody with Aries placements. You guys always seem to kind of, intertwine your readings, or your signs always seem to show up in each other's readings, which you guys are sister signs, so I'm not surprised. We have the Ring also at the bottom, maybe something about a commitment or even a cycle that is either changing or initiating a new cycle. Okay, so let's break this down, y'all, because there is something very deep and transformational taking place over the next half of this month. You are getting a lot of downloads, a lot of insights, a lot of wisdom that you are unpacking and tapping into and using to the best of your abilities. The Mystic is where I'm picking up on somebody who is very spiritual, somebody who is very gifted. Okay, you have these gifts that are sometimes it's hard to explain, or it's something that may be kind of frowned upon in society, or people may think it's weird, or you just don't talk about it much, you keep it very private. There's something coming up about this gift that you have, or you're discovering a new gift, a new talent, a new skill that you maybe either didn't know was there, or you just were too scared to, explore it. Anyways, the Mystic, this is a very interesting energy. I feel like something is encouraging you to dive deeper, or to do some searching, some digging, some tapping into your higher knowledge, information from the divine. There's something coming up regarding the last full moon in Scorpio, which was on last Monday, this recent Monday that we just had. But this could also be talking about the full moon in Sagittarius next month. We have a new moon in Gemini on the 26th/27th of May. There's something being brought up about something's being mirrored to you, or something's being reflected back at you. What you have been thinking, what you have been feeling, it is reflecting itself in a way that shows up constantly in your reality. It is something that could be kind of distorted. You know how mirror, it's so weird. You know how in the mirror you might look at yourself and be like, damn, I look good today. And then you look on your phone, you take a picture of yourself and you're like, what the fuck? The mirror didn't look like that. But you know what? If you try and take a picture of the moon with your phone, it just does not capture the same beauty versus when you see it with your eyes. Same thing with trying to take a picture of the sunset. The colors just don't show up the same versus when you see it in person. So there's something coming up about your perception and what your perception is versus what the reality actually is. There seems to be possibly a mismatch of energy, or there's something being judged heavily here. The Maiden and the Judge. The Maiden is all about growth, expansion, it's fertility. You may be in a very fertile energy. Shout out to anybody who is pregnant or knows anybody pregnant or giving birth this month. This could also just be symbolic of you're birthing something new, birthing new ideas, fertile ideas that have high potential to really expand, grow, and bring fruitful abundance to your life, right? Blessings and abundance and good fortune and love and happiness and good health and all of that good stuff, right? The Maiden is such a beautiful spring-like energy. It can bring in more romance. It can bring in more intimacy. It's a very sensual kind of energy. It's very sensitive, very touchy-feely, right? This came out in Aries reading. I said that in their reading as well. But then we have the Judge, and it's when you put we all got our thinking, well, maybe not everybody, maybe not everybody, but for all of you guys, I know if you're watching I know you're smart. I know you have a very brilliant brain of yours. And so with the Judge, this is when you have your thinking cap on, but now it's becoming to the point where you're being hypercritical and you could be judging too harshly, projecting, making assumptions, you know, and now it's like, I mean, Spirit says you be the judge, but there's something beautiful blooming in your life, and you may, it depends on, again, it also depends on your perspective and how you feel through the day, and you know what you indulge in, what you are consuming on the regular. All that has a huge influence on the way that you perceive your reality, what you perceive as good, what you perceive as bad. All that has a huge influence on the way that you show up in your life. And it's just showing here, I don't know, like what was at the bottom? The ring, the vessel, the orphan. There seems to be a bit of a detached energy, a bit of a detachment from the meaning, from, you know, with a ring, right? I got a lot of rings. For those that are married, or those who were once married, maybe you're divorced, but it's something about like, oh, it's just a ring. It has no meaning. It's just a ring. It's just a physical, tangible item. Like I could just take it off and, oh, it doesn't even matter, right? Oh, just because I have a ring and I'm married, but like, oh, I'm going to give a fuck. I'm going to step out of my relationship anyways. Asshole. Who fucking terrible trash. You know, but like it's about the meaning that's behind it. Like it should just be like some cheap ass little dinky ring. This one I got in Australia. It was like $20. And I've had it for what, 5 years now. And I don't even think this is like not even real silver, or it's like silver plated. And it's not about the price tag. It's not about the money, money, money. You know that song? Jessie J. It's not about the money, money, but it's about the meaning you give behind it. You get me? It's about the meaning you put behind it. It's about how you judge it. And also, when you judge someone, it is also a huge reflection of how you view yourself. Notice your thoughts when you look at someone, you're like, oh, I hate the way they dress. Or you're like, I love the way they dress. I love their hair. I love their outfit. Oh, I hate those shoes. So it's like your judgment on others has a huge reflection of how you judge yourself, good or bad. So be mindful of your projections, because the mirror is being reflected right back at you. What goes around comes around. What goes around comes around, comes around. Clearly I'm in like a singing vibe. Oh, I need to do some karaoke. Get that energy out. Use the voice, the throat chakra. Clearly. Time for a musical weekend or some shit. Like, you know, shout out to any musicians. Anyways, okay, so let's get into the tarot. Who knows what this reading's gonna be about, but something you may be either judging too harshly, or maybe you're having, it's like challenge your judgments and maybe open your mind. Open your mind, even when it comes to your own intuition. And I myself as a reader, I can judge myself real fucking hard. After I do a reading, I'm like, that made no sense. No one's gonna resonate with this. Maybe I don't even post it. Me judging myself too harshly, trust me, y'all have no fucking clue. I'm working on it myself. I'm human. I ain't perfect. I am not the most woke individual in the world. Oh my fucking, I am absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm just a girl. I'm just a human. I'm just a soul having a human experience. I have my days where I'm judging myself too harshly too. You know? So try to open your mind. And also when it comes to, again, what I was gonna say, someone else I was gonna say is, if you are receiving a lot of insights or downloads or messages or dreams or just like these things that you are feeling, sensing, but you might be judging it way too harshly or trying to like shoot it down, or you don't really believe it, maybe this is the time to open your mind. Maybe this is the time to really open up your mind, open up your third eye. All right, I'll be yapping. Let's get into it. Magician. Underneath the Magician, we have the 5 of Cups. You know, when you have a bad day, or you get bad news, or things have just not been going the best, and the more you focus on what's going wrong, you tend to manifest more of it. Let me tell you, I've been there myself. How do you not have those days? How do you not have those moments? That's where you need to check yourself, okay? It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to have bad days. It's okay to have bad moments. But we cannot let it consume us. And that is the challenge of being human, because we can let it really just rock our freaking world. So, what's at the bottom? Because I feel with the Five of Cups and the Magician says you can turn this around, or you can turn your life around. It doesn't have to be this way. But you be the judge. You're the judge. You're the judge. You're the jury of your own life. We have the High Priestess at the bottom. Five of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Your intuition's trying to tell you something, but you're not listening, or you're challenging what your intuition's been trying to reveal to you or nudge you this entire time. You're trying to make it make sense. You're like, no, that can't be real. That's not logic. Like that, there's nothing behind it. There's no proof. There's no evidence. But then, like, nothing's changing. Anyways, you have the ability to turn things around. You're not quite happy with the way things are going. The Five of Cups and the Magician says you can turn this sadness into fuel, into power. You can reclaim your power. Not all is lost, by the way. There's still something standing here. You could be crying over spilt milk. Again, it's okay, cry, get it out. Get those feelings out of your system. You'll feel a lot better than if you suppress it. Guaranteed, when you suppress your emotions, especially if you're either angry or you're sad, it's going to explode at some point, and it's just going to be a lot worse than if you were to just allow yourself to feel it in the moment. So you don't need to have reasons behind it, but you need an outlet. You need to let it out. You need to feel to heal, y'all. Anyways, okay, so let's keep going. Looks like you're choosing to do something about this heaviness. We have Death flew out in the reverse. What are you resisting? What are you clinging on to? What are you avoiding? What are you in denial about? The Scorpio energy, that full moon Scorpio may have kind of triggered some sort of wound or event, or let's see, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, Six of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. You're very persistent. Whoever I'm reading for, whoever I'm talking to, you're somebody who does not give up very easily. You're very persistent. When you want something, you'll do whatever it takes. You might be trying to get somebody's attention here. Someone's acknowledgement, someone's energy, love, affection. You want to feel seen. You want to feel chosen. And then we have the Nine of Swords underneath that, and you feel restless. Your nervous system is triggered. There's this hopeless romantic. Ace of Cups underneath the Nine of Swords. Hopeless romantic. You a bit like, you have so much love to give. You have such a full heart, and you're like having a hard time either expressing that. Nine of Swords, you're getting choked up. You don't even know how to say it. You don't even know how to communicate. Your heart is, and your feelings are just so strong. You can't see how I'm like, I can't even get the words out. As I'm saying, I'm normally pretty fucking good with talking about my feelings. So this ain't my energy, bitch. I love you, but like, this ain't mine. But you know, when your feelings are so strong, it can feel very overwhelming, and it may also overwhelm others too. And it's not to say, oh, you need to tone it down. You need to water it down. You need to back off. You need to cool it down. You're being, you know what? There is someone that I used to know. And when they were like, oh, I don't want to come across as a simp. I was like, bitch, I don't want that nonchalant shit. That shit pissed me off. Oh, I don't want to be a simp. Oh my God, how old are you? Grow the fuck up. And that's why they ain't in my life no more. But I'm like, bro. Anyway, so you might be like, I don't want to come across too much. I don't want to seem weird. You realize you're just watering yourself down, right? And when you do that, you are not attracting people who love you for who you are. You're trying to display an image that's not a reflection of your authentic self, and then that gets distorted. And why? Because you're judging yourself too fucking harshly, and then you're judging others, and you're thinking other people's judgments are going to be the exact same judgment you have on yourself, and most likely it's not. We tend to be our own worst critics, And we assume that everybody is aware of the flaws that we're aware of ourselves. You know what I mean? Anyways. So yeah, Death Reverse Magician. Why are you, it looks like you're trying to revive something from your past, or something that's like kind of long gone, or it's been dead for a while. You could be trying to work your magic and like revive it or bring it back to life. Bring me back to life. Why y'all give me so many different fucking songs in this reading? It's annoying. I'm annoying myself. I secretly love it. I ain't lying. I'm secretly loving it. Okay. We have 6 of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Is there any other ones that flew out? No. Strength at the bottom. Leo energy. Shout out to anybody with Leo placements or Scorpio. We already said that. So 6 of Swords and Knight of Cups. You're moving forwards. Definitely building, branching out in terms of love, romance, searching for the one. Maybe you have a particular interest that you got your eyes set on. Could be with the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We do have quite a bit of, literally your entire reading, water, 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 water. Aries was all pentacles. Yours so far is like all water. So you're definitely, I can't speak, definitely in the feels. In tune with your heart, your emotions. We have strength. We have 8 of Swords. We have Justice. 10 of Wands. There's something you gotta let go. And this is your own, I think this is your own judgments, y'all. 8 of Swords. This is your own judgments. You're trying to also be very strong or play it off like, I'm tough, I'm strong, nothing gets me down, I'm cool, nothing bothers me. But 8 of Swords and strength. It's taking a lot of you to overcome some sort of inner pain, turmoil, stress, or like you're fighting some demons. You're fighting your own inner demons, y'all. But it's saying here judgment, or not judgment, justice, and the 10 of Wands. There's something that you are being required to let go of to make space. You're carrying all this baggage that first of all, some of this baggage that you're carrying, it's not even yours. It's not all of yours. You're taking on other people's problems and making it your own problem. You see someone struggling and you want to help them, but the way your approach, help yourself first before you worry about trying to save other people. That's what I will say. Okay, let's move on. Let's skedaddle. Let's keep moving forwards. Why am I'm seeing something else. It's so funny. I go to shuffle, I'm gonna pull more. They're like, wait, another message. Why does this look also like you could be chasing somebody? Right? I could be wrong. We'll see what comes out next. But I just see this as someone who is chasing after this Knight of Cups. 6 of Swords and a Knight of Cups. Kind of chasing after a potential interest. But the way the Knight of Cups has his back turned to the 6 of Swords, it's like you're not even getting any attention. All right, let's try and see what comes out next. I could be wrong. This could literally, what the first thing I said is like, oh, you're moving forward, looking for the love, looking for someone to build a life with or to connect with. Look, 7 of Wands. Someone's guarded. Someone's guarded. Knight of Pentacles. Someone's moving very, very slowly, cautiously. This could be saying how you're very guarded and you're not trusting and it's taking a while for you to open up or let your guard down or let someone in, let love in, or you're dealing with somebody like that and you're chasing after someone who has trust issues or somebody who is showing signs of disinterest. Let's see, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and then the Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. Well, okay, and even the heart, I mean, I see that there's potential, but it's gonna take a while. And the approach needs to be delicate, okay? We see these two are facing each other. So the Page of Swords gets the memo. The Knight of Pentacles approaching this page, being like, hey, Just like we see over here, the Knight of Cups with the Seven of Wands. Hey, I'm approaching you with love, and this person's like, what do you want from me? Oh, my trauma. Oh my God. Like, is this for real? You're lying. You're playing some kind of sick trick. This is not real. This is, I can't believe you. Why would you choose me? Second guessing all these things, right? And this could also be representing you. Maybe someone is choosing you and you're like, why the fuck would you choose me? Like, right now you're judging something that could be beautiful. I'm trying to pick up this fucking card. Okay. You're judging something that's beautiful and you're like, oh, hell no. Or, oh, there's an imperfection, right? You buy a piece of clothing and now you're inspecting the stitching. You're like, oh, that's 1 millimeter off. That's cheap. Oh, look at this string. Look at this string. Oh, I don't want it. Just like being very, very judgy. You or someone's being very judgy. Okay, and we even look at the Page of Swords. Page of Swords, he's like, oh, is that real gold? Or is that fool's gold? Oh no, baby, it's real gold. We have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. This is real. But someone wants to make sure that this is for real. Someone wants to make sure that, like, this is not some phony baloney. Let's try one more. All right. Thank you. Lovers. We got the lovers out. Gemini energy. Knight of Pentacles again at the bottom. Six of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles is the same stuff. It's literally the same from earlier. Clearly I didn't shuffle it enough, but it don't matter. I see a potential of like soulmate energy. Excuse the nudity, but hello, we all have bodies. And if you're gonna be an a-hole and report my video, you suck. Close your eyes if it offends you. Oh my God. But you know how YouTube is. Maybe it's AI, but I have fingers crossed, knock on wood. Let's not jinx ourselves here, but I have yet to experience any video being taken down from pictures of naked bodies. Please. I'll cover it up with my fingers if I need to. I'm not going to. But anyways, I see there's a soul connection. Someone is triggered. Why? Because this is a mirror. Y'all are mirroring one another. And, you know, I feel like all relationships do mirror certain qualities of ourselves, whether it be our best qualities or our worst qualities or a little bit in between. They're, depending on who you are around and who the person is and what they're like, y'all are mirroring each other in different ways, bringing out different qualities, bringing out areas that need healing, bringing out areas that feel safe, that feel loved. Like, you know, like it's the whole shenanigans, like it's the whole thing. But I see a very special divine connection. The Knight of Pentacles, the same cards from earlier. Knight of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. Now it's actually in a different order. It's just probably the way I put it in when I saw these cards and then we shuffled it, but it's in a different order. But it's looking like if you, oh fuck, I just dropped the card. If you go in with a steady approach, oh my God, this Page of Swords keeps flipping around. I feel like this Page of Swords is sometimes hard to reach. Anyways, if you go in with a steady approach and a solid offer, something serious, something real could be, what's the word? I'm struggling with my words and there's distractions in the room next door. I feel like a steady offer, commitment, something along the lines like that could be made. All right. But it needs to be something that is solid, it's real, and you gotta like prove to the page that this is something legit. Because this page is gonna ask questions. They're gonna ask questions, they're gonna interrogate, they're gonna really want to have all the facts and information before they go anywhere with you. Okay. All right, where are we at? 24 minutes. Let me clarify some of this. Let me look into why is, I'm not going to clarify if Five of Cups or Magician, because we've seen like you have the ability to like turn things around and make it work out in your favor. I want to see why Death Reverse is here, because something about Death Reverse could be indicating that there is a cycle repeating. There's incomplete lessons to learn. You know, there's something that keeps repeating. So, y'all, let me clarify this. Hold on. Why is death reversed here for Libra? Death reversed for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Why is death showing up here reversed for Libra? Tower. There's necessary changes here that need to be made that you could be resisting, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you resist it. Divine will step in and make it happen. And maybe that's why you're in the Feels 5 of Cups, because it pushed you to this realization or to make this change that if it wasn't for that tower, whatever this tower shakeup surprise is to reestablish a new foundation. Death reversed. Scorpio coming out twice. Ace of Wands. Oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. Tell me about this death card. 6 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. Look at all this Wands. Wow, how do we go from, we literally go from the Ace to the 10 and the 6 of Wands in between, which is showing like success with hard work brings good rewards and payout. Like it will be worth it. Empress at the bottom, 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups. Okay, pretty promising. I see a very successful, fulfilling partnership and future between you and someone. Could definitely be romantic, right? For those in romance, looking for love, or there's someone that you recently connected with, cool. Others of you, you're like, no, I'm not interested in love. Okay, this could definitely be like friendship or even like business partnership, or someone that, you know, someone that could be very supportive or good for you in your life. Okay, anyways, so death reverse, clarify the tower, things that you've been avoiding, changes you've been resisting, things that you've been clinging on to. It don't matter, because it's gonna come crashing down anyways, because it is not meant for you, / there's something bigger, / there's necessary changes and lessons that you have to undergo and grow from, and you'll thank yourself later. So it don't matter. You can resist all you want. It's still gonna happen. Too bad, so sad. It's gonna happen. And look at this with the Ace of Wands, something new being initiated, something new being created, and it's something that is going to really transform your life, going to bring you a lot of success, going to bring you also a lot of confidence in yourself, self-esteem, self-worth. The 6 of Wands is a card of acknowledgement, appreciation, and celebration, seeing you come into a lot of wins, victorious energy, yeah. And then we have the 10 of Wands, which shows the 6 of Wands, 10 of Wands is like some heavy work. You put in that work. It's not always the easiest, but it's worth it, and you're being seen in a good light. You're being seen as someone who's very determined, hardworking, consistent, and that you're not a quitter. You don't give up. You don't give up very easy, but do be mindful of burnout and exhaustion. And even the 10 of Wands, right? There could be some things from your past or burdens or issues that you're clinging on to, things that may not even be yours to carry, your own pain or burdens to carry. We saw that earlier, and it's maybe time to let that go or lay it to rest, because you've got a lot on your plate. Oh my God. Right? Let's see. 28 minutes. Okay. 6 of Swords, Knight of Cups. You may feel like you have to prove yourself to someone. Do you actually have to prove yourself to them? Or is it just like a thing that like it's a habit that you feel like you have to prove yourself because they're not choosing? Bitch, you better heal. I love you. You better heal. 6 of Cups, Knight of Cups. Let's see. Six of Cups, Knight of Cups for Libra. 10 of Swords. 6 of Swords, Knight of Cups. 6 of Cups. 6 of Swords, Knight of Cups, Page of Wands. So this is either saying like freedom from the past, freedom from the heartbreak, the betrayal, the loss. This could also be an energy of wanting to revive the past, or hope that you can repair something that's broken. You're very optimistic about it. 9 of Cups, 9 of Wands, 9, 9, and then the Page of Cups. Who did I did Aries reading before yours. They had 9s show up consistently in the reading. They had like 5. So I'm seeing that kind of bleed into this reading as well. So I see that there's this need for a conversation or like emotional expression. Someone is guarded. Somebody, let's see. Page of Page of Cups and then Judgment. It actually seems like this could be very transformative. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles again. And the 7 of Pentacles. It's just, this situation's requiring you to have a lot of patience. Okay, so if this is someone that you see a real solid future with, then you're gonna have to be patient and trust that, you know, eventually. Well, and who's to say? I mean, everybody has their free will, right? That's where it gets kind of tricky. Me trying to find the right words because I'm like, I don't want to say the wrong thing. I guess you're just gonna have to say what you mean, and with time, it will reveal. And if someone's judging you, they're going to see that you have true intentions. And if they don't believe you, you have 2 choices. You're either going to continue to keep persisting, trying to persuade them to believe you, or you're going to be like, you know what? Maybe this is just not meant to be. Like, it's your life. Maybe there's an alternate path, but I don't know. 9 of Cups, 9 of Wands. This is a very persistent energy of like, I want what I want. That's it. Point blank, period. I am not going to give up. But then I'm also seeing this like 9 of Wands and then the Page of Cups is someone who's very guarded. I also see a very hostile energy. Someone who feels very vulnerable and exposed, and they don't like that. They feel powerless or they feel weak. But not that vulnerability is a weakness, but somebody here, 9 of Wands and the Page of Cups, someone here feels very vulnerable and uncomfortable. But the thing is, with this combo, I see very good things could come out of this. Judgment, Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Look at all the pentacles. Something positive can definitely grow from this, but it's going to take time, and it may take longer than a couple weeks. It may take months. So it depends on like how far are you willing to go to prove yourself. It's like, you know, judge, court matters, jury, all that shit, hearings, all that. It can take so long to get to a resolution or agreement, or like, you know, I don't know the words because I have never been to court. Thank the Lord. You know, so I don't even know, but you know how court can last a long ass time. It can take fucking years. So, all right, trying to prove, no, I am innocent, or, you know, no, this is what went down. This is the story. This is the truth. You know, it can take a long time to really make sure that it's 100% true. So, I mean, let's see. Okay, last thing that we're clarifying. 7 of Wands and the Lovers. I mean, will you fight? If this is someone you see worth fighting for, will you fight for them? I guess, yeah. Yeah, I guess so. But also, like, how long are you willing? Here's the thing. Like, and this isn't with the cards, but how long are you willing to wait? You're going to put your whole entire life on hold for one person, and you end up missing out on, maybe you see it as you're not missing out, okay? But like, how long are you willing to just, I mean, it's up to you, right? It's literally your life, but just think about it. Just think about it. You're gonna wait till you're 99 years old if you live to 99? Like, are you gonna live, like, who knows, right? Again, it's your call. 7 of Wands and the Lovers. Hello, there we go. Judgment. 7 of Wands and the Lovers. 2 of Cups. Okay, so I mean, I am seeing this transform. 4 of Swords. So the bottom, Temperance, Devil, and the High Priestess. Why is the Devil here? I feel like there's there's a lot of changes taking place in your life, in this other person's life. I almost have the hiccups for a second. Sorry, I have to just take a deep breath. Otherwise, I will get into a hiccup fit. We don't want that in the reading. I don't think I've ever had hiccups in the reading. Okay, you ever just get one random ass hiccup? Yeah. Anyways, someone might need space from you, or you may need space. Four of Swords is a card of rest, recovery, retreat, temporary break. It's not permanent, but it is some sort of indication like, hey, I need a little bit of time, or I need to breathe. I need to sleep. I can't be staying up all night trying to hash things out with you. I need to sleep. It's not personal. Judgment with the Two of Cups definitely shows this relationship connection is transforming and developing in a very dramatic way. I feel like the Four of Swords is really just saying like surrender, let go of control issues, let this situation unfold naturally. Because maybe you or someone's just like pushing, and it's just like, yo, you're kind of forcing things a little bit. And we all know when you try to force things, universe will just test you and be like, oh, I see you're forcing, you're pushing the door that says pull. You're gonna learn a little something from this. We're gonna teach you a little lesson from this, and something like that. So maybe just like ease off a little bit. Temperance, Devil, and then the High Priestess. Please listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. Temperance is a card of patience. It is a card of co-creation and divine timing as well. Okay. It's also a card of healing. The Devil, there are some toxic tendencies that could be creeping on up, could be projected outwardly, that might be bleeding into this situation. This is the perfect opportunity to challenge those toxic ways, toxic habits, right? We all have our own little toxicities. None of us are perfect. We all are human. And I'm sure that maybe there's an old habit that's kind of creeping on out. And this is the perfect time to observe that. This is the perfect time to heal it, to take some space and really just, you know, do a little inner work, do a little reflection on this. It's going to be something that benefits you greatly in the long run. And yeah, I mean, that's what I got. I have to wrap up this reading, y'all. I hope this was helpful. I hope you got something from this. Please let me know if you did in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. Private readings are available in the description box, and I will talk to you in your next reading, Libra. I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your May, and I'll see you later. Bye.